morning, everyone. My name is Jaden, and welcome to An Abandoned Clock Tower. Today we're going to be talking about Saving Private Ryan, a film directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tom Hanks, Adam Goldberg, Vin Diesel, Edward Burns, and Barry Pepper as soldiers with the task of finding the last of 4 sons. I tried watching this once before, and I just couldn't really get into it, and then I saw it back on Netflix, and I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. And so I clicked on it and watched it. And I really think that this is an amazing film. The cinematography is stunning. The shaky cam makes you feel like you are in the war. I've never been in the military or in a war or anything, but this film really makes you feel like you are there. You feel the danger and the suspense of what's going on. This film has a runtime of 2 hours and 50 minutes, 10 minutes short of 3 hours, and it really feels like an hour and 40. It doesn't go on for it has really good pacing. There are some moments where it calms down and there's a lot of talking scenes and stuff. But the opening and closing, there are 2 battles, and they really like what I said, they keep you on edge. Even though you know what's going to happen, it's one of those things that even though you know, you have an idea of how it's going to end, you still want to see how it happened. And that's why war movies are so good, and that's why most war movies are so good, because they can interest you on what's happening right there and then, rather because we know that someone won the war. We know how much it's going to end. We know pretty much how it's going to end, and when we just want to see the journey that these people go on. And this movie is very intriguing. I'd like to say I'm not sure how Tom Hanks is as a person, but his performance in this film is absolutely amazing. He really he managed to, I cried multiple times during this film. This one, you felt like you didn't see Tom Hanks, and I'm really happy that they didn't do an opening credit section, because they wanted you to see the characters rather than the actors as the characters. I didn't watch A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, but with the trailer, I saw Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, and I was like, Tom Hanks has such a recognizable voice that, you see Tom Hanks. Same thing with Leonardo DiCaprio. But this one, Leonardo DiCaprio can do the same thing. They can differentiate themselves from what they're known for, which Tom Hanks is you can really know who he is. You hear him from his voice. And his performance is this. There is a scene where he cried, and I cried along with him. I cried multiple points in this movie, so when multiple people died, I was just, my tears, I was streaming down my face. Switching over to a more technical aspect, the music in this film is, whoa. As minimal as it is, it comes in at random parts, but, it's definitely more toned down than, usually, because, music is a big part of a lot of things. And this one didn't really have that much music. It more focused on the sound design, but when the music came in, it was very, soothing and calming. It was kind of like Taxi Driver in the way where there's this stuff that keeps you on edge, suspense, and stuff going on, and then the smooth jazz music to calm you down. And the set design too here was immaculate. They managed to do you can see everything that's going this film has a grand scope of such. But when they want you to feel closed in, you feel closed in. When you want to feel white and free, you feel white and free. Spielberg did an amazing job with directing with this one. The cinematographer, the writer, also great too. It felt like a war. Adam Goldberg was great. I could talk for hours on this, and this is just an amazing film. There was actually a much more comedic, there are a lot of comedic, jokes and stuff, and I was it was actually a really funny set. It was probably a lot of different, it evoked different emotions. You never felt angry at the characters. No one was doing a stupid thing. This film is near perfect. It's just that the opening is kind of cheesy with the graveyard opening at the end. I felt like that could have been done just a little bit better, but what are you going to do? Everything else in between that is amazing. Everything comes full circle. I love this film. This is not in my top. It's not a top 10 film for me, but it's definitely one of my favorites. Once again, the golden ticket is a 7.5 to an 8, And the trophy back there, I don't know if you can see it because the exposure is nuts over here, is an 8.5 to a 10 out of 10. And I give Saving Private Ryan a 9.5 out of 10. So that means the first film ever to get a trophy in my reviews. There you go, Saving Private Ryan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I am Foobar.
Foobar.
Foobar. Foobar. Foobar.
Y'all got that right?
Yeah, I looked up foobar in the German dictionary. There's no foobar in that.
Up,
Yes, sir.